What's up, everybody? Okay. This episode, 50% of this episode was pure bullshit. 50% of this episode. I hated it. Okay. First of all, Coleman. It's always great to see Coleman. I have not seen Coleman on General Hospital in so long. It's been a very long time since we've seen Coleman. I miss seeing Coleman at the floating grid. Um, I ain't like the way everybody was treating Coleman though. Coleman, get me a drink. Coleman, get me some more drinks. I'm like, rude much. Anyway, Steve and Olivia. It's always good to see Olivia, of course. I love seeing her with that ring on her finger. I love seeing her with the engagement ring on her finger. It's a perfect fit for her. I think it's good that they're trying to marry Olivia off, but with Steve leaving, it's like, what was the point of getting them engaged after 2 years of being together? What was the point of getting them engaged when he's leaving in a month, in less than a month? He's leaving. So I'm like, what is the point? And most likely they're killing him off. So what is the fucking point of them getting engaged and her being heartbroken and everything else? Because I know that's what it's gonna be. Um, but anyway, yeah, it was good. It's always good to see Olivia Falconeri, like Todd likes to put it, Falconeri, idiot. But anyway, speaking of Todd, let me start off. That fool, the whole scene with him and John, I swear, was just funny as fuck. And mainly it was funny, of course, because of Todd. But that whole scene was just hilarious and fucked up at the same damn time. Because everything Todd said was so true. Like, John is no different from Todd. Like, you're really no different. John acts like he's a top cop, and I'm like, but dude, you spent years trying to put Todd in prison. Well, Victor Jr. in prison, and you never succeeded. You came to Port Charles trying to put Corinthos in prison. You failed. You tried to put Joe Scully Jr. in prison. You failed. So you're going to fail again because you're trying to keep Todd in prison. You're going to fail. And when they were having a discussion about, Todd helping John get Liam back in the custody case, if I was John McBain, I would have took that deal. To be completely honest, I would have took the deal. Here's why I would have took the deal. John and Alexis, because Alexis is representing him in his custody battle. She's no match for a billionaire like Clint Buchanan who can hire a team of all-star attorneys. Alexis is no match for a billionaire Clint Buchanan and his troop of attorneys. She's no match. So, and she's been his attorney now for the last couple of months on his custody case, and the case hasn't gone anywhere. Like, what is the status of the custody case? Like, seriously. So, I think it would have been smart to just let Todd get Diane to represent you, because Diane would chew Clint Buchanan ass up and spit him out in a court case. Trust me, Diane is that bitch. She could get anybody off on any crime. She could do anything. Like, she's a top-notch attorney. Diane has not lost a case yet. Like, seriously. And John is going to sit there and record the conversation. First of all, I don't care about no New York law, because first of all, you cannot record any type of conversation without the consent of the person that you're recording. You cannot do that. And John didn't have a warrant to do it. You didn't go through the proper channels to do that. So any smart judge would throw that out. You can't use that recording because, for one, you don't have Todd's consent. Two, you didn't have no type of warrant or legal document permitting you to record Todd or your conversation with him. That's like a cop using a wire. Unless you go through the proper channels to do that, you can't use that in court. It's inadmissible in the courtroom. Can't do that. And then he had the nerve to say Diane can try and get Todd off. I'm like, Diane can try? Are you serious? He must not know who the fuck Diane Miller is. I'm like, Diane doesn't have to try to win a case. Diane wins cases. That's what she does. She don't try. She wins. Diane wins cases that she don't even try hard to win a case, and she wins. Even on her worst day, she can win a case. You know how much shit she got Sonny and Jason off of when it was a slam dunk case for the prosecutors? Diane came in and boom, got them off. Simple as that. Todd, everybody already know Todd is not going to prison. He's gonna get off on these charges because there's no real evidence against him. So Todd is gonna walk. Carly. She took my hatred for her to a whole new level today. I know a lot of y'all out there are Carly fans and you don't like me bashing her, but come on now. Can you honestly think what she said today was true? To me, it's hypocritical. It's hypocritical. She contradicted herself a lot. Because for one, when she was talking to STARR, she said she's not naive. Really now? Carly's not naive. That's a lie. Carly is the embodiment, the epitome of naive. Like, you're 42 years old and you're naive when it comes down to men, you're naive. And she keeps saying, oh, I got made a fool of twice in 1 year. No, Carly, you didn't get made a fool of. You embarrassed yourself twice in 1 year. Keyword, yourself. Jason warned you not to hook up with Johnny. Todd warned you not to hook up with Johnny. You hooked up with Johnny, then look what happened to you. So you fooled yourself. You're naive. You hooked up with Todd. Sam warned you. Jason warned you before he left. They all warned you about Todd. You're naive again. You're a two-time loser because you're naive again. That shows you being naive. And look what happened. It bit you in the ass. But here's my biggest problem with her. She acts like somebody owe her something. Todd don't owe you shit. You just met him less than a year ago. Not even a full year. You just met him. He owes you nothing. And then you had the nerve to tell STARR, ask STARR, how could Todd be honest with you and tell you the truth, but lie to my face? I'm like, okay, I can easily answer that question. One, STARR is his daughter. Two, he never lies to STARR. Well, almost never lies to STARR about certain things. Three, he has a bond with STARR that cannot be broken. So, of course, he feels more comfortable being honest with STARR than he do anybody else. And why would he be honest with Carly about something that can incriminate him when he barely knows you? That don't make sense. She talking about, oh, he don't trust me because he don't know you. You think I'm going to trust somebody with something that can send me to prison and I don't know you that well? You're a damn fool. Todd is not dumb. He's a freaking millionaire, for crying out loud. He didn't get to be a millionaire and run his own business by being stupid. Yes, I know his father, left that inheritance for him, but he built on that million. He built on the money that his father gave him, which means he's a smart person. He's committed crimes that he's never went to prison for, so obviously you're smart. I'm like, why would he confide in you when he barely knows you rather than confide in a person that he has a bond with? That's his child. And he knew STARR would never send him to prison anyway. Like, it's obvious. Like, Carly is just beyond stupid. Moving on. AJ and Connie. Let me tell you something. But before I go into that, it was good seeing AJ and Coleman again, because I remember, you know, when they went down that little trip of memory lane, and you know, they was talking about the Oasis Club, you know, when he ran a strip, you know, when Coleman ran a strip club, and AJ was married to Courtney at the time, and he blackmailed her into being a stripper, and those was the good old days, I'll tell you that much. Anyway, Connie and AJ, let me tell you something. I don't know why I feel like every woman that he encounters, there's some chemistry. I don't know why, but him and Connie just had me on 10 today. The scenes with him and Connie, let me tell you something. I can't see them as a full relationship type couple, but I could definitely see them having sex, and hot, steamy animal sex. Let me tell you. I could tell that if they had sex, you would be hearing some monkey noises coming out their room. I'm telling you. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, I'm telling you. It'll be, yo, the sex with them would be off the wall. But if they were to have sex, I'm gonna tell you right now, the neighbors would know their name. I'm serious. Like, they look like they would be doing the do. They look so hot together. Like, seriously. I still want him with Sam, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying on a sexual level, they look good together, and the chemistry is good. You know, it's good for me. I liked it. I don't know about y'all, but I was digging it. And then the big ass kiss that she gave him at the end, I was like, you better get it. And she did that shit on purpose when she saw Sonny walk in, but I'll get to that in a minute. When Carly walked in, I was like, this bitch done walked into the floating rib. Now she about to start. I already knew she was about to start when she kept running off at her mouth, talking about shit she don't know what she talking about, don't even know the facts. You see AJ with a glass of vodka in his hand, you think he's drinking again. I'm like, he hasn't even touched the damn drink. He hasn't even took a sip of it. So obviously he's showing that he's changed. Because I knew a couple people didn't believe him, but I'm like, he could have easily took a drink, but he didn't. And Carly walk up in there talking all type of shit, calling him a loser, talking shit about Connie, saying all the bad things that they've done over the years, and Connie over the months. I'm like, Carly, you named every bad thing that they've done, but you never named any bad thing that you've done. So how could you sit there and judge somebody? I agree with Connie. Who the hell, like, turned you into a preacher? You're sitting there preaching to them about their bad deeds, but yet to mention yours. Then talking about AJ had he was given all the chances in the world. What chance did you give him with Michael? None. You didn't give him a chance with Michael. So what are you talking about? And then, you know, you sitting here talking shit about Connie, talking about all Trey's friends are at the hospital by his side, and you're here getting all liquored up. I'm like, first of all, she was by his side. Little do you know, she was at the hospital by his side, demanding that the doctors do something to revive him and keep him alive. So Carly need to know the facts before she running off at the mouth. I was just too through with Carly today. I'm like, yo, she has made a bigger enemy out of me. Let me tell you something. I will not have nothing nice to say about her until they change her character. Because I am so sick of her on her little high-ass horse. She need to be knocked down a peg or two. Like, seriously, I am getting so sick of her ratchet-ass mouth. She really getting on my nerves. She need to take herself home somewhere. What the fuck is you sitting at a bar for having shots? Where's your daughter, Carly? You claim to be, you talk about Connie and AJ are not parents of the year. Bitch, who made you parent of the year? You shipped your son off to a military school. Every time we turn around, Morgan's at a camp or wherever. You're never with Morgan. You're never with Jocelyn. We see you with Jocelyn once, maybe once, twice every couple of months. Your babysitter, your nanny is always with your daughter, your only daughter. The one that you died, that you damn near died for during pregnancy, but yet you're never with her. So how the fuck you gonna talk about somebody else's parent of the year? You let a mobster raise your son. Talking about parent of the year, my ass. Bitch, please, you ain't nowhere close to being a parent of the year. Carly don't never admit to none of her faults, but you can call people out on theirs. You're a big hypocrite, and I am so sick and tired of this witch. Anyway, the kiss between AJ and Connie, that shit was hot. I liked it. Anyway, KRISTINA, aka Dumbstina. I am so sick of this bitch. Like, seriously. Why would you be in there trying to pull the plug? And then when Alexis walked in, she was like, oh, that's a felony or whatever. I was thinking in my head, I'm like, you know what? Let her pull the plug. Just let KRISTINA pull the plug, so that way her dumb ass could be charged with a felony. She'll go to prison, and Connie could turn around and not only sue her, but she could sue the hospital too for negligence, because nobody was watching this bitch. And seeing how KRISTINA is in the care of her mother, you know, maybe she could sue Alexis and Sonny. But either way, I think KRISTINA's dumb. Like, she keep talking about Connie don't care about Trey or whatever. She talking about some Trey wouldn't have wanted this. I'm like, how would you know what Trey wishes were? He never told you that if he ever went into a coma to pull the plug. Did Trey ever say that to her? Not to my knowledge, he didn't. So I'm like, how would you know that? And how is Connie the one being selfish? She's the one fighting for his life, just like Carly and Sonny were when Michael was in a coma. People keep saying Michael had brain function, that his brain was still functioning, there was still activity in his brain, but with Trey, there's no activity. Here's the thing. The doctors told Connie the same thing the doctors told Sonny and Carly when Michael was when he was in a coma. Michael was never supposed to come out of that coma. That's exactly what the doctors told Sonny and Carly. Michael, his condition would never change. The same thing they told Sonny and Carly, they told Connie. But yet a year later, they had some miracle surgery that Michael got, and now Michael woke up. So why they can't do the same thing for Trey? Why is everybody urging her to pull the plug on her only son, but yet when Michael was in a coma, Carly and Sonny refused to pull the plug and refused to give up on Michael? So why are y'all acting like she's selfish? If she's selfish for keeping him on ventilators, then you might as well say Carly and Sonny were being selfish when they did the same thing for Michael. What parent in that situation would not have some shred of hope that their son would come back to them? Come on now, any of my subscribers out there, answer that question for me. If y'all had a child in that situation, he was brain dead, he was in a coma, you mean to tell me y'all would pull the plug? Like, answer that question for me. I really want to know. Because me personally, no, I would not. So to me, I feel like KRISTINA is being the selfish one. Why would you want to pull the plug? If you really loved him, you would fight like hell to keep him alive by any means necessary, even if that means he has to stay hooked up to machines to still live. At least he's still living. He ain't dead yet. Technically, he's not dead. Just because the machines are keeping him alive, key word, keeping him alive. He's still alive. Even if he's not breathing on his own, the motherfucker's still breathing because of the machine. So he's still alive. He's not dead. And she talking about, oh, he trapped inside of his own bodies. He's alive. Either way you slice it, he's alive. Why pull the plug so easily? And why is it so easy for her to pull the plug? It's not like he's suffering. I doubt he's in pain. He looks like he's just laying there peacefully. But he's still alive. So why is it so easy for people to pull the plug and tell her to pull the plug, and because she's not pulling the plug, they see it as a selfish thing? How is it her being selfish? She's a parent. Like, I don't understand that. She's a freaking parent. Any parent would do whatever to keep their kids alive. Because the way I see it, a parent should not ever have to bury their child. A child should bury their parent one day, not the other way around. Like, that's just my feelings on this. I just think it was so dumb today. Like, Starr and Michael, I'm a little iffy about their relationship still, but, you know, it is what it is. KRISTINA, I sometimes wish that KRISTINA was not Sonny's daughter. I wish still that she was actually Ned Ashman's daughter, so that way we wouldn't have to deal with this nonsense. You know, she would be out of the country or whatever. But it is what it is. I just wish the bitch would just go. She's annoying me. Anyway, MCBAIN, he can go. I don't really give a flying fig about him. But I hope everybody have a great day. Actually, I hope everybody have a wonderful weekend. Like I said in my other video earlier, y'all should go to the movies this weekend to see that Marlon Wayans movie, A Haunted House. That looks like a very good movie. I suggest y'all go see that. But I'll see all y'all to Monday, January 14th. See y'all on Monday. Have a great weekend.